Hi everybody, this is Judy at Judy in the Kitchen. Today we're talking artichokes 101, the basics. That's what I have here. As always, I have some notes in front of me because I have a lot of valuable information here, but you do not need to worry about writing things down because I have a link below in the description box where you can go straight to my notes on my blog site and print them out for your own personal use. Now about artichokes. This is a globe artichoke, also called a French artichoke or a green artichoke, and it's actually a flowering bud of a thistle plant. Flowers will come out of all of these points on those leaves. It's believed to be native to the Mediterranean area, and we do typically eat the flower buds of the plant before they come into bloom. And also the prized heart of the artichoke, which is at the very base of the plant. The mention of artichoke as a garden plant stems as far back as the 8th century BC, so these things have been around for a very long time. And we also know that ancient Greeks and Romans are known to have enjoyed artichokes as a food. So it does go way back. Now today, artichokes are grown in Europe, South America, and even the United States. In fact, most, if not all, of the artichokes that are eaten in the United States are grown in California. Nutrition tidbits. Artichokes are an excellent source of fiber, vitamin C, folate, and magnesium. They also have other important nutrients like the B vitamins and vitamin K, vitamin E, calcium, iron, which is interesting, phosphorus, potassium, sodium, and zinc. They also have high levels of antioxidants, which makes them a very healthful food to eat. So if you have not tried artichokes, let me encourage you to give them a try sometime. They're full of important nutrients. It might be a good thing to add to your food repertoire. How to choose artichokes. We want to choose those that feel heavy for their size, and this is a good example of that. We want ones with bright green leaves that are tightly compacted. We want to avoid those that are discolored in some way or have brown tipped leaves on them, or those with a dry looking stem. You don't want to choose those options if you can help it, because those would be older specimens and may not be as good. An important point here is the smaller heads are more tender than the larger heads. That may help you out when it comes time to eating it. How to store artichokes. You want to store them unwashed in the refrigerator in a plastic bag. Kept like that, they should keep for about a week or so. How to preserve artichokes. Artichokes can be frozen, but they should not be frozen raw. They will become discolored and the flavor will change if you freeze them raw, and you may not be happy with the results if you do that. I do have instructions in the notes here on how to freeze them, but it's a bit of a persnickety type of process, so you may or may not want to freeze them. If for some reason you are loaded with artichokes, then you may need to go through that process to do it. Otherwise, you may want to opt for one or two fresh from the store, or maybe some jarred artichoke hearts, or even frozen options. Now, fresh versus frozen versus canned, more people opt for the tender artichoke hearts, which are kind of the prized point of the artichokes, rather than eating the leaves. So we've got frozen artichoke hearts or canned artichokes hearts, and those are really great, very convenient sources, because out of this entire head, there's only one artichoke heart in there, and it's at the very base of this thing. So you have to go through some work to reveal that, and you only get one per artichoke. So if you want to do something with artichoke hearts, probably frozen or dried would be your best bet. I have a link to a website here from thecitycook.com on where they compare frozen versus canned artichoke hearts. I found the information to be excellently prepared and very thorough, so you might want to check that out if you want to consider buying already prepared artichoke hearts and you're not sure whether to go canned or frozen. So that may help you out. How to prepare artichokes. Well, this is kind of an interesting way to do. First of all, you want to remove the stem as much as you can. You might leave about 1/4 of an inch. I think it'd be hard to cut the entire thing off. And then you want to take the top end of it and cut off about 1 inch. And then you want to take some kitchen scissors and snip off the points of each of these leaves here, because they may be sharp. They may or may not be, but they have a tendency to be sharp. You don't want to rub that along your tongue. So you want to cut those off, and that's your starting point. And then you want to wash them for sure, and you can run them under cold running water to release any trapped dirt that's in there, or you can soak them briefly in a bowl of water to release some of the dirt. And then you want to allow them to drain upside down on a towel to remove any extra water. At that point, it's important to get some lemon juice on them as quickly as you can. These things will turn brown, oxidize very easily. So at that point, if it's going to be a little bit of time before you actually work with them, put them in a bowl of water that has some lemon juice in there, or really rub the top of them and all around with some lemon juice. Probably your best bet though is to put them in a mixture of lemon juice and water in a bowl, or vitamin C, ascorbic acid, and water in a bowl. And that will help to keep them from turning brown. These things will turn brown if you don't do something like that. When you go to cook it, you remove, after you've cooked it, you remove these leaves first, and to get to the inner portion. And then once you remove those leaves, you will find a fuzzy kind of prickly part in there that's called the choke of the artichoke. That part is not edible. You don't want to eat that. So you want to take a spoon and remove it. But immediately below the choke is the heart. That's the prized possession of these artichokes, and that's the part that you really want to eat. I find that to be absolutely delicious. The leaves are good as well, but I like the hearts the best. But you only get one per artichoke. Cooking and serving methods. There's some important points in the notes here. One is you want to avoid using cast iron cookware or aluminum cookware. They will tend to discolor the artichoke and change the flavor of it. So you don't want to use iron or aluminum cookware. Avoid those. Instead, you can use glassware, stainless steel, or enamelware cookware to prepare your artichokes. They do turn brown easily, so be sure you add some lemon juice on them to prevent reactions, or lemon juice in water or something like that. Anything with the lemon, get it in there to help prevent the browning. Now, I have a number of cooking suggestions in my notes on how to cook these artichokes, and it came from Produce Made Simple out of Canada, an excellent website. And I have instructions here. I won't go into all these, but you can see them in the notes on how to boil them, steam them, roast them, grill them, and even microwave artichokes. And just about all of these suggestions and directions on how to cook them call for using lemon juice to keep it from discoloring. Very, very important point that I can't emphasize enough. And then following that are directions, simple directions on how to enjoy artichokes by removing the leaves and then running them through your teeth, and you can put dip on them and you know use them to dip and then eat your dip that way, and also run the leaf through your teeth so you can remove that fleshy part. Also from Produce Made Simple out of Canada are some wonderful serving ideas on their website for artichokes. I've got those included in the notes. There's actually more on the website than what I included in the notes. So simple things like using melted butter, garlic butter, holiday sauce as a dipping sauce for hot artichokes. That works really well. Or you can blend the hearts with sauteed spinach and then sour cream, cream cheese, and Parmesan cheese to make a wonderful dip for pita chips or crackers of your favorite choice there. So there's other suggestions here as well that you can do with artichokes. For herbs and spices that go well with artichokes, there's olive oil, of course, salt and pepper, thyme, lemon pepper, there's lemon again, and basil. Foods that go well with artichokes, we've got melted butter, cream cheese, goat cheese, sour cream, cream sauces, Parmesan cheese, and feta cheese. So cheeses of all sorts. Produce, we've got spinach, lemon of course, garlic, onion, avocado, sounds good with it. Eggplant, sun-dried tomatoes, shallots, potatoes, and arugula. Also chicken, fish, and other seafood, and eggs. And then we have other things including hollandaise sauce, mayonnaise, bread, pasta, beans, lentils, and peas. So there's a lot of things that you can pair up with artichokes. I have a lot of recipe links here with sites that had recipes that actually sounded pretty good to me, and hopefully they will sound good to you. One of them has 24 recipes for artichokes, both fresh and jarred. That's very helpful because you may or may not want to deal with them fresh, but we have the jarred artichoke hearts, which are absolutely delicious, so you could try them as well. And that 24 recipes, there's bound to be something there that might be appealing to you. Here's another one, the ultimate stuffed artichoke recipe. Yes, you can stuff these things with a breadcrumb type of mixture that you push in there between the leaves, and then when you remove the leaves, you've got the breadcrumb mixture on there, and again, you run that under your teeth or between your teeth and eat it that way. It would be very good. Here's a recipe for an easy paleo artichoke hummus or paleo artichoke pesto hummus. And there's a spinach artichoke dip and roasted whole artichokes and 20 amazing artichoke recipes and more. So I've got a lot of information here. Do check out the link to my notes in the description box below. If I've left any information out that you need, you have some questions about artichokes, please do not hesitate to let me know in the comment section below, and if I can answer them, I certainly will. This is Judi at Judi in the Kitchen. Have a great day.